live one-on-one conversation. 30 minutes of pure entertainment with musicians, writers, and actors to motivators, chefs, and even rappers to up-and-comings with the it factor. It's the Jazzie KWard coming at ya. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs. Tune in, chime in, sit back, relax. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs. Jazzie after dark. What has you with your head down when you've got so much to live for? What's got your mind racing round and around? What's that lie you're believing? Don't believe it no more. Come on, this is your moment to come alive. The truth makes you free. Come on, let it try. Won't you come on, let it go. Oh, you'll be all right. What's up, everyone? I am Jazzie KWard, and welcome to another edition of Jazzie After Dark Artist Talk. I was just over here grooving to the smooth, sultry sounds of SILOAM POOL, y'all. And I am so excited to have her on the show tonight. So what I need you guys to do, go ahead and share the video, and we're going to go ahead and get the show started. And again, everyone, welcome to another edition of Artist Talk.
Live from WKRW, welcome to Artist Talk, a live one-on-one conversation with your host, the man with the golden voice, Jazzie KWard.
Hey everybody, welcome. I see people coming in the room. I appreciate it. Let me know where you're watching from. Please go ahead, share the video, share the live, share the love. But before we get started, don't forget to go over to KWard Radio. That's my YouTube channel. And look right over there. You're going to see a little bell. Make sure you hit that twice so you can get all the notifications about the show. Go back and catch the replays. And I can't believe, y'all, that this is the season 2 is almost up, as well as KWardRadio.com. Make sure you subscribe to my website as well. That's right. You know, SILOAM POOL is our special guest tonight, singer, songwriter, producer. You know, she has that it factor. And if you don't know SILOAM POOL, as we say on the show, shame on you. Shame on you for not knowing. who SILOAM Pool is. I had a great weekend. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Let me know how your weekend went. I see Kenneth Wynn coming in the room. Thank you so much. Don't forget, if you have any questions or comments for our guest tonight, make sure you leave them in the comments section. I promise you, we'll do our best in answering those. And in the meantime, go over to SILOAMPOOL.com, and we're going to talk about this new project right here, y'all. Did you see that? Simple Complicity. I love it. It's 10 new songs on the track. And I wanted to tell her I love the CD because people don't realize I read all this information. That is so important to me. The title of the song, who the effects, who was the drummer, all those people are important to me. I just like reading, and I love when artists do CDs. I miss that, but we'll talk about that. But just to tell you a little bit about my guest, she's a Detroit native, y'all. Her silky blend voice is a blend of jazz, soul, and I always say it's dipped in a little bit of jalapeno pepper. It's hot. She just got a lot of spice in her voice, okay? Her vocal ability will soothe your soul, and that's why SILOAM Pool has that it factor. And as we say, shame on you if you don't know it. So y'all, without further ado, let's welcome international recording artist, singer-songwriter, producer SILOAM Pool to Artist Talk. Hey, SILOAM.
Hello, Jazzie.
Hello, my friend. How are
Hello,
you?
everyone. I'm good. How are you?
Well, I'm even better now since you're here.
Aw, same here.
I've been anticipating, this. Well, I've been anticipating this conversation for a long time because I've always admired your music. And I always said, as long as I've been on the radio, I hope to one day either meet her, see her in concerts, or have a conversation with you. And you're here. You are here. And thank you so much. And again, everyone, I see Miss Tasha Mack is in the room. If you don't know Tasha Mack and the Tasha Mack Show, shame on you. You need to know who Tasha Mack is, y'all. Shame on you. Thank you so much. SILOAM, thank you. I'm loving the new CD.
Thank you. I'm so glad that we were able to get that to you. You've been a blessing to us, and we want to make sure we're always a blessing to you as well.
Right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. But, how have you been doing?
Great. Been doing great.
Great.
Chomping at the bit, foot on the gas.
Have you done your Christmas shopping?
No, well, a lot of the young people in the family, they're grown and having their own children. So yeah, we haven't done any shopping yet.
And so do you all have like a big family tradition for the holiday for you all? How is that for you?
Now that the parents are gone, and the kids are kind of spread across the country,
Right.
it's not the way it used to be, when mom was around,
Right.
because, mom's place was the gathering.
Right.
It's different, but we make sure we get on the phone and talk to each other, do Zooms and that kind of thing. So it's different.
Okay. I can definitely relate to that because, with both my parents are gone and I remember my grandmother, it's just something, even when she passed away, I was just always used to my grandmother being in the kitchen. When you poured in her, you got in her house, she was in the kitchen doing something. And it's something about their presence or spirit when they leave. It's like, it's just not the same.
It's not the same. It is not the same. Yeah.
It is definitely not the same. And I want to say hello to international recording artist, Miss Whittington Steele is hanging out with us tonight. If you don't know Whittington Steele, shame on you. Thank you so much.
Hello, Whittington. Yes.
Yeah, for stopping by. So, SILOAM, I do this segment called The Real You. It's some questions. I ain't gonna get too much in your business. It's about just who SILOAM Pool is, not the music. So the guests can get to know you a little bit more. So just to kind of know where your heart is and how your heart feels. Okay.
Okay.
So this first question, I don't want anything serious, just something funny. What was your most embarrassing moment? Do you have one?
Most embarrassing moment in life?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Funny.
Um, hmm. Most embarrassing moment in life.
Mhm.
That's a good one. Uh,
And I'll share mine with you once you share yours.
I would have to say, and I'm sure this has happened to a lot of artists,
Mhm.
probably more often than not,
Okay.
is in the middle of a show or in the, somewhere in the show, and you've done the music a gazillion times, you rehearsed it a gazillion times, but for some reason you have a synapse lapse. And it's like, oh my goodness, I don't remember the words or I don't remember the change. Or it's like, but that's the great thing about performing with a live band
Okay.
is you can play through those hiccups.
Yeah.
So it's embarrassing to me, but the audience is never aware.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else outside of like your professional music career? Let me give you an example for me. Let me tell you, one day um, I was on a business meeting,
Hmm.
myself, my director, and we were getting ready. We were leaving the meeting. We were going to dinner. And I was so happy and proud of going to this dinner. Salam, you ever been somewhere and I'm just walking and I walked right into a glass door? That was my most. I mean,
Yeah.
it was like, ooh, that it was funny at the time, but later on, it was like, whew, I hit that, I hit that window so hard. And my director, she was like, "You didn't see it?" And I was like, "You didn't stop me." You know, that's funny. Whittington said, forgetting the lyrics stops your heart, but then you realize the audience is oblivious. I agree.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. So my number two question, give me a list of, let's say, three things that you're most proud of.
My family.
Oh, yeah.
Um, I'm so blessed to have come from a very large and close knit and loving family. Um, I am so grateful for that.
Okay.
Um, being, it's probably going to all be related to family,
Okay.
is being taught to be aware of number one, God,
Yeah.
what that it, what that relationship is, and that and right from wrong,
Yeah.
and that there are absolutes that we were raised with. There's things you absolutely never do, and then but then when we mess up, what to do.
What to do?
So being taught that, because it's carried me all through life. It's like, even if you're doing something that maybe is like, yeah, I probably shouldn't be doing this, but you hear that voice in the back of your head.
Right.
Yeah. That. And I would say meeting so many wonderful people, the ability to um, never meet a stranger. And I really had to learn that because I was so shy. I was crippling shy, not around family so much, but
Right.
outside of family. And I used to frustrate myself. And I had to learn, from watching my siblings and then
Mhm.
my friends on how to navigate that in a way that was comfortable for me
Right.
so that I could, because I always wanted to do it, I just couldn't.
Right.
But I'm very proud that I've been delivered from that. And I'll say delivered, right?
Yeah.
And that now I've never met a stranger.
Right. I can relate to that because I think similarities we have. People don't realize I was extremely shy, and as you mentioned, around family growing up, I wasn't. But I remember growing up as a kid. I had like recitals and speeches, and I was like terrified to get in front of audiences. And even I'm much better now. So people are like, how do you do radio? And you're just this shy guy. Well, I kind of go into I kind of see it almost like I took it in the form like of acting in a sense, like an
Mhm.
actor. It's my job. That's what I'm supposed to do. I do what I'm supposed to do. I go to the stage, I present to people, and then I kind of go back in a little shell. And people's like, your personality, you're just so bubbly. They're like, but you're so shy when I meet you.
It's a strange dichotomy. It really is, but I relate to that because I come from a host of comedians, and it was,
Mhm.
but we're multifaceted as human beings,
That's true.
right? So I
I
know
love
it's kind of hard, just like, with Michael Jackson used to, like, how could he be so shy but be so amazing?
amazing. Yeah,
It's a strange dichotomy. It really is.
yeah, it is strange. And thank you for sharing that with me. And I like in your last conversation when you mentioned about God and being spiritual. So my last question on the Real You segment is, tell me one question that you would like to ask God at the end of your life.
Did I please you?
Oh, yeah,
Did I live a life that was pleasing to you? Right?
yeah, I love
Um, did I fulfill my purpose?
yeah, I love that. And you know
Yeah.
what, Salam on that. As I said, is the ladies and gentlemen, the doors of the church are open. Pass the collection plate. No, pass the collection plate. I love that. I love that. Because I always talk, I'm a jokester a lot of times. And I could be like, God, did I do everything that I was supposed to do? Was I everything, a lot of times, we have to talk to ourselves. And I just say, Jazzy, sometimes get it together. God gives us these amazing gifts, and sometimes we hold back on them. And I just want to make sure that I do everything that I was supposed to do. But I love that. So when I say pass the collection plate, everybody, this right here, everybody, if you could go to SILOAMPOOL.com right now and share the love and go download this, or you can order your copy today. It has 10 new songs on it. Simple simplicity. I love it. And I love the CD, the cover. Let me tell you one thing about you, Salam. I love your elegance, your class. I love all of that about you. And
Oh,
I think when I see singers and I think about singers like you and Nancy Wilson and like Dee Dee Bridgewater and so many, Phyllis Hyman and so many other phenomenal, you miss that. And it's so, you just got that it factor. That's all I can say about you. So
well, thank you so much.
we're going to talk about that. And especially you being from a native of Detroit, Michigan, the
Yes.
Motor City, Diana Ross, so many phenomenal singers. Do you think there's a lot of pressure when people say, oh, wow, there she's from Detroit, Michigan. I know she can blow, she can this, do you feel pressure from that?
No, I really don't. Um, coming from here was because of that lineage
Mhm.
with so many great artists. We were exposed to all of that,
Oh,
right?
right.
Coming up, whether those people lived in your neighborhood or you went to school with their kids. And so we were raised around it.
Right.
So I didn't feel the pressure. And I'll be honest, where I did feel the pressure
Okay.
was when I was trying to find my own voice and
Mhm.
learning that not sounding like someone else was okay. And that developed over the time while I was learning not to be so because shyness is insecurity.
Mhm.
That's what it is. And
Yeah.
so the more that I overcame the shyness, the less insecure I became.
Right.
And the more I started to appreciate my own voice and that it may not sound like this or that person or this, but
Right.
it shouldn't.
It should. That's true.
And that's
Mhm.
okay. And I. So no, I didn't feel the pressure of
Okay.
being a Detroiter
Okay.
at all. No.
Okay. Okay. Great. So there's a question from Kenneth Wynn. He said, "Are you a Detroit ballroom dancer?"
I took a class once because I think it's phenomenal. So I love to dance. Always been a very good dancer.
Okay.
Um, the Would I call myself a ballroom dancer?
Mhm.
Not technically,
Okay.
but it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I
Right,
have a
right.
brother who's an amazing ballroom dancer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to the brother for the ballroom dancing.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
my brother Robert. Oh my God. He like glides. It's like his feet are not even on the floor. It
ballroom.
just
I love
glides.
I
Yeah.
love it. Rose Lady Edmond, if you don't know the Jazz Lovers Corner, shame on you. She said, keep telling y'all the D turns out the greatest artist. The Detroit.
The woman has spoken.
The woman has spoken. And I wanted to go back, Salama, actually, the pandemic, and I want to just get, right into that. How are you and your family navigating all through the pandemic? How have you all been doing?
It's been tough because we're a very close knit family, even though we're spread around. We always got together every year, went to go visit and see each other. We stopped all of that.
Yeah.
And so that's been hard. But because we love each other, we want to keep everybody safe. We made sure that we kept our distance for now.
Okay.
So, we stay in touch. We just have
Right.
not been able to really gather.
Okay. Okay.
So
Did you ever think that you would even live through something like this, and or did you find yourself even prepared? Like, I was talking with family and friends and my brothers, and they don't live here in Alabama, but um, I, I was like, wow, I thought I had a lot of things in order that I had to, really go and do a little inventory and realize, uh, we've been in the house. Thank God I'm able to telework from home with my full-time work. But it really made me reflect on a lot of different things. Did you find yourself in that situation?
just to a small degree, and I say that because probably several years ago, we had a major brownout here that
Oh, wow.
impacted a lot of the East Coast. And
Right.
so after that, we made sure our home was prepared for
Okay.
to endure something like that. So it took very little
Okay.
for us to ramp up to anticipate something like a pandemic.
Take a minute. Right.
But yeah, that brownout, and then the pandemic wasn't anything like the brownout, because in the brownout you couldn't get cash, you couldn't get gas,
Right.
and, and you realized how much of our lives were centered around electronics. All of that was out.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, so the hardest thing was just staying in and staying safe.
And staying safe. That's right.
Yeah.
So everybody, tonight our special guest is recording artist, songwriter, and producer, Miss SILOAM POOL. And before I go into another question, SILOAM POOL, please explain the name. Where does SILOAM POOL come from?
So I did not. That is, Salome is not my birth name,
Okay.
but it is a name that the Lord actually changed my name. My birth name is Tammy. My
Okay.
dad named me. But I knew that when I stopped running away from music, and that it had me by the it had me by the ribs, it had me by the ankles,
Right.
that I wasn't going to run from it anymore.
Right.
And I knew that I didn't want to use my birth name.
Okay.
And so I prayed about it.
Okay.
And well, you know how it is when you pray. You
Yeah.
get an answer. And so one Sunday we were in church service, and we were reading from John 9:7. And I'm following along in my Bible like everyone else. And it's the story about when Jesus made clay. He spat in the ground and made clay and put it on the blind man's eyes. And he sent him to the pool of Siloam to wash.
Wow.
And just as we were reading that, the Lord spoke in my ear and he said, "That's your name." And I went, "Huh?"
Wow.
I'll be straight honest. I went, "Siloam?
SILOAM.
What kind of name is that?" And he showed me. He said, "It means sent. I
Oh,
have sent you for this assignment." So the pool part, he revealed what that was as we went along. And the pool is everyone that's on this meeting right now, everyone that's listening, you, everyone that's being listening to the music, being touched by the music, hearing the words of our conversation, that becomes the pool. And as they share that information, as we interact with one another, the pool expands. So the pool is everyone that my bandmates, we're the pool, but the pool is so much bigger than us. And
Yeah.
so that's SILOAM Pool.
Wow. I love that. And comment from Tasha Mack, she said, yes, the Lord will change your name to prepare you for your journey. Amen.
Yes, Tasha. And it took a while for SILOAM to grow on me. I'll be really honest. But after he explained to me why, okay, I love it. Yeah.
I love that. And SILOAM, let me ask you this. Why should people care about jazz, especially Black women in jazz music and soul music?
Why should people care?
Mm-hmm.
People should care about music. Music has always been such a powerful instrument that has healed folks, helped people through difficult times, helped people celebrate through every facet of life that we as human beings will experience. So it is a beautiful medicine.
It is.
And so whether people care about jazz or whether they care about soul or whether they care about country or whether they care about classical, I love classical music.
Right.
Does it speak to you?
Oh, just do. That's
right.
Yeah, you're right. I like when you mentioned it's medicine. It's healing. And as Whittington Steele said, also connecting the dots, I think is also so important, because I ask myself a lot of times, what would the world be without music? Could you imagine that?
Craziness.
just crazy.
It would. It would be nuts.
It would just,
it really would. Because it's one of those things that even if you're alone, you could pop on that record or pop on that song, or that song comes on the radio, and whatever's on your mind, it can speak peace to it.
Right. Or
it can give you energy. It's like, okay, I really need to drag myself to go work out, and I really don't feel like it. But you hear that song, it's like, okay, let's go do it. Right. So
do you have a favorite song do you have a favorite song you like to dance to? I know that's kind of, I have a lot. Any particular song?
What's the Parliament Funkadelic, the one that was like 20 minutes long? Oh geez. And they would play it and you dance until your feet hurt. Knee deep.
Okay. I remember that now.
Yeah. And I like Outkast too. I Love the Way You Move.
Oh,
those are songs, right? So those are songs that get you going and help you work out. But I'm gonna tell you, I love working out too. We have a couple of long play songs on the album, and they're great songs to work out to. It's 1 a.m.
Oh yeah.
And Downtown Train. So you can jump on your Peloton or put on your sneakers and do whatever it is you do, or your yoga mat or what have you, and you can go for it.
Right. That's right. That's right. Like Tasha said, our freedom is rooted in music. It is. That's a freedom. It's expression and all that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're special guest tonight is singer, songwriter, recording artist, SILOAM Pool. And if you don't know SILOAM Pool, shame on you. So we're going to take a short break. We're going to have a little bit more conversation with our guests. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more artist talk right here.
A live one-on-one conversation, 30 minutes of pure entertainment with musicians, writers, and actors, to motivators, chefs, and even rappers, to up-and-comings with the it factor. It's the Jazzie KWard coming at ya. Distance yourself from negative chatter. It's just noise and none of it matters. The world is yours. Don't be defined. Free your mind. It's your time to shine. The world is yours. You come so far, don't stop now. You'll succeed some way, somehow.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the show, Artist Talk. We're talking with my special guest, the beautiful, the talented, the one and only songwriter, producer, SILOAM Pool is hanging out with us tonight. And she has a new project out, Simple Complexity. And if you don't have it, shame on you for not getting this project. So I need you to go right now to SILOAMPOOL.com. You can download it. You can download it, get a physical copy. So also, SILOAM, if they get a physical copy, can they get it signed from you?
Yes, they can. The only place that that they can order the physical CD and get it autographed is when they go to siloampool.bandcamp.com, but that link is on siloampool.com.
Okay.
And so when you place your order, you will autograph it for you, and you can also order a gift for a friend. So you can do your Christmas shopping in one spot and send an autographed CD and be completely done and never leave your chair.
And never leave your chair.
Because we'll send it to wherever you tell us to send it. So if you're buying a CD for someone, you put in their address, we autograph it for them, and we send it right to them.
See, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, and she will sign it. Again, I tell people I like to open the CD, and you see the CD there. I don't know if y'all can see all that. And I read, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. But we're going to check out a performance from SILOAM Pool, and it's 7 days, and it's featuring my friend, Mr. Dave McMurray, but we're going to talk a little bit about that. But I want you all after this, but I want you to check out this beautiful performance. Also, one of my favorite songs from SILOAM Pool. So let's check out recording artist SILOAM Pool right here on Artist Talk.
7 days old. 7 days old, you can love. I wanna make right. 7 days old. Eternity created, 'cause I'm on somewhere like you. I'm simple but attainable. I am here to go one spot away. I made to the mind. Be what's dwelling, so to you I'll be telling. The mystery, the mystery, mystery. Taste the sweetness, I love is good. Take the blood, change the blood. Understand what's beyond the feather. 7 days old with love. I wanna make it right. 7 days old with love. 7 days old with love. 7 days old with love. We wanna make it right. 7 days old. Mr. Dave McMurray. you've ever wondered if anybody's thinking about you, if you're loved, you are more than you could ever know. Right, Dave? 7 days is just a span of time so we can wrap our heads around it. But we'll love so much more than that short span of time. He will make it right. 7 days of love. Love for 7 days. 7 days of love. I want it right. 7 days of love.
Hey, 7 days, a week of love. Y'all see me over here singing. I got my ruler. That song is I'm just over here singing, right? I love that song. The band 7 days a week. I think I know what is 7 days a week. What is that song about, SILOAM?
It's about knowing that we are loved by our Creator far more than 7 days, but 7 days is the span of time for us to be able to try to wrap our heads around how much we're loved and cared about.
All right. I love that. I love that. And then Dave McMurray, that saxophone. I was like, wow, Dave McMurray is the truth. And then I didn't realize Ron Otis is also part. Tell us about the band and the guys that were with you on the stage there.
On stage that particular night was, I have 3 drummers that I work with because they're also busy working with other people. So that particular night, it wasn't Ron, it was Jarrell James,
Okay.
phenomenal drummer, Mike Harrington, James Shelton, and Dave, and then Randall Wilson was on guitar.
Okay.
So you'll see Dave, Mike, and James and on the CD, on the songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that. So when you perform live on stage, what kind of feeling does that give you? Do you go like in a different, like a different kind of mood when you're performing live on stage like that?
It's like you transcend from yourself,
Right.
in a way. I know I had to learn how to get out of my own way, and that the focus is on the music.
Right.
The focus is on the audience and serving it up and responding to the energy that is going back and forth between the two of you. So it's an amazing feeling. It really is. That's why no 2 shows are ever the same, even though they could be the exact same show.
Right.
They're never the exact same because the energy that's in the room, as the people change, the energy,
Right.
it's always evolving. It's a phenomenal feeling.
Yeah. So on the CD, we'll go back to the CD. When did you complete the CD? Like, what was the process? Like the producers you worked with, did it take you some years to do this CD? Or can you tell us a little bit about that?
So before the pandemic, we had finished half of the songs.
Okay.
And we had started on the other 5 songs.
Okay.
And once the pandemic hit, fortunately, we were far enough along where we could have the musicians complete their parts separately,
Okay.
and then we would send them over to the engineer at the studio, Sidney Howard. He's our engineer on this project.
Okay.
The musicians would send the tracks to Sidney, and then he'd fly them in, right?
Right.
So because they're live drums, we were able to do some live drum sessions. We were able to complete those right before everything got shut down with the pandemic.
Right.
So, and then everything else we were able to do remotely. Thank God for technology, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Most definitely. So I just want to talk about, a lot of maybe artists or people don't understand the significance or the cost. You know, being a independent recording artist, when you see a CD like this and the photography, the right, I mean, this is a lot of money, I'm sure.
Mhm.
And people, you know, so
Yeah.
being, you know, when you're not signed to a major label where, you know, oh, Salam, we'll give you $2 million advance, you know, you know, to do your CD, right? So I always tell people it's about support. And when I see artists, you know, download a song, it's 99 cents, $1.99, $3.99. You don't realize how that goes a long way. It's about support. And I think a lot of times we are missing a lot of that today. And you know, a lot of artists, I have their music. I may have, you know, I tell a lot of people, I order CDs all the time just for friends. I have this copy, but I ordered 5 more copies, maybe not in my name, but I ordered it for someone else just to send to them. I mean, I have it, or sometimes I just order it just to support the artist. Have you found that to be sometimes a little challenging? Just
The way music is consumed now, it does present challenges,
right,
right? But as artists, we have to serve it up because that's our calling card. So when it's produced the way we produce this album, it's live instruments.
right,
They're these are real musicians with mortgages who, you know, we
right,
pay. You know,
right,
even though they're part of the band, I never ask anyone to do anything for free.
right.
Um, so even though they're part of the band, they have families to support, they
Mhm.
have mortgages and bills just like the rest of us. So I always make sure that we have funds, you know, available for them. You know, we take care of each other.
Right.
And
You're a family.
produce, producing that project, yeah, it was expensive,
All right.
but you only have one chance to make a first impression.
That's right.
And so we are really excited that the album is being so well received globally,
Right.
um, and that we know the payoff will be there,
Right.
whether it be sales, whether it be events, because a lot of artists now they will have their albums and their CDs, but their live performances is where they make the lion's share of their funds. And so, but you have to have a product to be able to do live performances,
That's right.
right? So we're looking forward to being able to do those as well, the live
Right.
performances come next year.
Right. And I would say also too, so is knowing your craft and knowing the business of the music industry, which I think is also very important. Because you know, you find a lot of artists that, you know, they have projects or they have CDs and they're like, well, I don't own the masters. I didn't know about this, or just like your own Bandcamp and all these other sites. And some of them are free that you can advertise and put your music. So I think you have to use these various platforms, but also educate yourself. It's it's your business, it's your life, and you're trying to sell it. So that's also important. And as Whittington always saying, we talk connecting the dots.
And in this business, there are a lot of them.
Right.
There are so many moving parts with not only producing the music is the easy part.
Okay.
Creating, because that's what we love. I mean, I'm a songwriter, right?
Right.
So I love that creative process and seeing how a song starts from an idea and it turns into this living, breathing thing.
Right.
That's the fun part.
Mm-hmm.
This process right here, where we are now with making sure that the CD is exposed and that people have exposure to it, that's a lot of moving parts.
Right.
And making sure you're right, making sure you understand the business because it is a business.
Right.
Um,
It's a,
it's critical.
it's
And owning your masters too.
on it, all your stuff, y'all. If you don't
Own
do
your
this,
masters.
right, shame on you if you don't do that. Right.
Own your masters. Yes.
So let people know what's the best place to find SILOAM Pool, and you know, and where should they go get the music?
The easiest thing I would say, go to SILOAMPOOL.com.
Okay.
When you go to SILOAMPOOL.com, all of the links to purchasing the music are there.
Mhm.
All of there's, if you want to know more about SILOAM Pool, there's the About Us page. There's an interesting backstory about, SILOAM Pool if you're interested.
Mhm.
Some of the music, how it came to be. There are videos there.
Okay.
There's, if you want to, because it's really important, because we want to stay engaged. It's really important that people will sign up so that when we are doing things, we can, let folks know. So sign up on the website with, your email. We'll make sure we keep you in the loop on what's going on.
Okay.
So that's the best place. All of the links are there, whatever you may need to know. And if you need to contact us, you can do that from there as well.
Okay. I love that. And I want to tell my producer, if he's listening, I want to play another one of your songs off of the CD that I really love. I think it was Circle of Life. I think he has it pulled up. But in the meantime, any shows coming up, Salam, that you can tell us about? Like, what about Christmas? When are you going to do a Christmas album or something?
You know what? I have never entertained the idea of doing a Christmas CD. We were watching some of the Christmas programs the other night and all of the Christmas music, and it's so wonderful and all that. And I went, well, I don't know. Right now, with just getting this, because the project's only been out, 5 weeks?
Yeah, 5 weeks.
It's really keeping us so busy with what it needs to nurture it. But so right now we don't have dates booked, because I know a lot of the promoters and are getting ready, focusing on Christmas and those Christmas shows. So we're looking forward to being able to work with the promoters and the event planners and the talent buyers for next year, and being out in a city near you. So make sure you let folks know you want SILOAM Pool to come to your town.
That's right.
That's right.
Tasha said, what's your favorite Christmas song?
Ooh, Tasha. I love Nat King Cole's, we just heard it the other night. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Nat King Cole is like, when he sings Christmas songs, you just feel, Christmas is here. I don't know. There's a lot of great Christmas music, but when you hear, and maybe because that's what I grew up on, and Mom would play the Nat King Cole Christmas album, and she'd have candles, and my mom loved things, girly things like candles and china and dishes and glasses, and I don't know. That was just Christmas
That was just Christmas. Yeah. You always had to have that Nat. I don't care. It was just one of those at Christmas time. You had to play some Nat King Cole.
It's just not the same. And Donny Hathaway.
It's
just not the same if you don't hear those.
That's right. That's right. So, hey guys, I want y'all to hear another amazing song off of this project right here. And I think we're going to play it right now.
Riding around this old town, parallel highs and lows are found. All of us are playing out the circle of life. Mama cries in the joy of birth. No greater gift entrusted her than raise that child to bless the earth. Ma, bless the earth. It's just like water and fire. It's the air that we breathe.
Hey, it's the circle of life, y'all. Okay. I love that song. I listened to that song I've already listened to it like 3 times.
Oh,
I love the circle. So what is Circle of Life? I love the title, but what does it mean to you, Salam?
What it means to me is, when it starts off and it's talking about riding around this old town, parallel highs and lows abound. I was riding around our city, Detroit, and like most urban and major cities, you have these dichotomies of areas that have fallen victim to decay for whatever reason, and then you have these areas that are being developed, and so there's this parallel of striking differences, and seeing that in those that inhabit both.
Right.
But at the end of the day, what the song is talking about is it's people, how are interacting with one another. And with young people, I've never seen our young people have to endure so much
Oh, yeah.
as what they're enduring now. The things that they've had to see, the things they're having to experience. We didn't have to experience anything remotely like that.
Right.
And I feel for them because to a large degree, I feel like they're being cheated out of this time in their life to really be able to enjoy it. And that it's important for parents to raise their children to know what love is, to know what caring about other people means. We just had a mass shooting here in Michigan, and there's a resolve to such an act. But so we as society are depending on parents when they've been given the blessing of a child to raise them well, because society is depending on you, mom and dad. And that's what the song is about.
Wow.
We're going to do our part when we encounter your child to nurture them, but that's what the song is about.
Okay. I love that. And even for those who go back and watch the replay, everyone that is on this live now, please, you need one for your house, one for the car, and one for your office. I'm telling you, this CD, Simple Complicity, it's absolutely amazing. It's real music. And that's one thing I know when I hear real music, the instruments, the sound. I ain't no reverb on this CD, okay, y'all? It's nothing wrong with that. I'm not just saying. This CD, it's just one of those CDs, if whether you're in an art museum, you're in a restaurant, you got some company coming over, you got some wine, you're entertaining friends, you better put on this CD. Everybody. Go to SILOAMPOOL.com. And I want to ask you real quick, the title, tell us about the title.
The title Simple Complexity was actually a birth from my co-writers and co-producer Freeman Spells Jr. and Nico Marks. And they had already written the track for Simple Complexity, and they played it for me. And I went, ooh. And they told me the title. And I went, ooh, I like that. And so the juices got to flowing. And what it came down to was how simple life really is, but how complex we tend to make it.
Wow.
Right.
That's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother. I like that. I like that.
It's the human factor. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
It is. Salam, this has been, KWard passing the plate. Ladies and gentlemen, the doors of the church are open. I have talked Salam longer than I just enjoy the conversation. It's easy to talk with you, and I admire your gift. And hey, everybody, again, go get this CD. I'm telling you right now, SILOAMPOOL.com. And Salam, before you go, we do this segment called Shame on You. And so I ask people to do hashtag shame on you, and they can win something from Jazzie, from me. So I always tell people, make sure you do the hashtag shame on you. And so if we are ready, we're going to play this game. So it's going to randomly pick a winner.
Okay.
From the game Shame on You. So producer, I think we are ready for the Shame on You. Let's see who's going to be a lucky winner. I think he's getting that post. And while you're doing that, I know you all have another phone, a tablet. Go to SILOAM Pool.
Never listen up, B. Yeah.
Kenneth.
Congratulations to you, Kenna. Thank you so much. And can we let's do one more, producer, if you can. let me know if we could just do if we can do one more, and let's see if we have time. If not, we have to do. Okay, so he said we can't, but that's okay. But so Salam again, thank you so much. I forgot to tell you, I hope y'all had a blessed Thanksgiving. I hope you have a Merry Christmas if we don't talk in between that time. But before we let you go, any words of advice or wisdom you can leave us with that, something you grew up with, a parent told you, a friend told you, even it could be something about the business, someone that wants to follow in your footsteps. Any advice or wisdom you can leave us with?
Yes, I would say for anyone aspiring to do anything, stop and ask. If you really want to know what you're supposed to be doing, stop and ask God, what is my purpose? Why did you plant me here?
Right.
Because there was already something for you to do when He created you.
Right.
And it's your assignment. And I would say from there, learn everything you can about what your assignment is, what your purpose is, because you have the gifts
Right.
already for whatever your purpose is.
Right.
And nurture those. And surround yourself with affirming, supportive people.
That's right. And if you don't, I love that. Shame on you. You heard it? Shame on you. And shame on you if you don't go get this CD. Right here, y'all. Simple Complexity. SILOAM Pool. It's available right now, y'all. Everybody, make sure you share the live, share the love. You can download the CD. You can get a physical copy. SILOAM, she will autograph and sign a CD. One for you, one for your mama, one for your auntie, your cousin, everybody. they will sign it. And hey, it'll make a great Christmas, stocking stuffer. I promise you. Find some music is so healing. And I promise you, the CD will bless you. It will uplift you. It's just going to make you feel good. Again, thank you all. SILOAM, thank you so much for hanging out with me, Jazzie. Come back anytime.
Thank you so much, Jazzie. You have been a huge supporter of us right from the start. And I want to just let you know how much we love and appreciate you and everything that you do, and for sharing us with your listeners. So thank you, everyone who tuned in tonight. Yeah. And we hope this has been a blessing to you. And it's truly happy holidays.
And happy holidays to you too. And SILOAM, could you just hang around for like a minute for me?
Sure.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Okay. Hey, everybody, thank you so much. My special guest is recording artist, songwriter, producer, SILOAM Pool. CD just released, Simple Complexity. Make sure you go get the CD right now. And if you don't, shame on you if you do not have the CD in your life. It's 10 tracks. My New Friend, 1 a.m., all that. Just, I'm telling you, go get the CD. You see it right there? Go get the CD. As always, KWard Radio, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. KWardRadio.com is my website. If you would like, any artists that would like to be featured on the show, you can send me your music. My information is posted there. If you would like to support the show, my Cash App, PayPal, no gift is too small. Thank you so much. And again, as always, support the artists. It's very important to support these indie recording artists too. Each and every Saturday, join me on WVAS 90.7, Alabama State University. We're going to have to get SILOAM Pool to Montgomery to perform at some of our jazz festivals. So hopefully that can happen in 22. Okay, y'all. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. Make sure you take care of yourself and be kind to others. And you can join me back here on Monday for another exciting and talented and gifted guest. And we're getting ready to wind down the season 2 of Artist Talk. So season 3 will be coming. I'm so excited about that. Thank you all so much. Have a blessed night, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Riding around this old town, parallel highs and lows are found. All of us are playing out the circle of life.
It's the Jazzie KWard coming at ya.